now we jump to the conflict in the Middle East. You're looking at CBS News senior national security correspondent Charlie D'Agata. He is at a Royal Air Force base called Mildenhall in England with more. Charlie, good morning. What does a return to hostilities with Iran that our viewers are witnessing today mean for U.S. forces stationed where you are?
Yeah, well, Errol, it's a significant step forward. And why it matters here, well, that's a KC-135 Stratotanker. It's one of several air-to-air refueling tankers based here at Mildenhall. This is the only permanent American refueling base in Europe, and it takes part in combat missions around the world, including, yes, the Middle East. With the U.S. military on the verge of a return to a full-blown war with Iran, its aging fleet of KC-135 air-to-air refuelers is more vital than ever.
Being able to project power, project force at the time and place needed is why the KC-135 exists.
They're known as the gas stations of the sky, keeping U.S. military aircraft on target and on mission for hours at a time. Operation Epic Fury has seen thousands of strikes on Iranian targets, with KC-135 pilots like First Lieutenant Thomas Corpus flying refueling missions around the clock.
It got real, right?
It got really real. We're talking like crazy hours, wild wake-up times. We are the only air refueling squadron in this theater, so anything that goes on this side of the world is pretty much relies on us.
But they are all fully aware of the risks. Just days into the war, a KC-135 was involved in a midair collision in the skies over Iraq. The plane crashed into the desert, killing all 6 crew members. The youngest, 28-year-old boom operator, Tyler Simmons. A loss that hit home for fellow boom operator, Technical Sergeant Tristan Lang.
It's a small community. We all know each other. We know someone that knows that person very well.
Now, as tensions continue to rise over the Strait of Hormuz, President Trump has dropped a threat of a 20% tariff for safe passage for ships through that strait in return for investment deals from America's Gulf allies. Errol?
And Charlie, I want to ask you about the news this morning that U.S. forces have launched yet a new wave of attacks on, this morning U.S. time. Can you tell us about what would be daylight strikes in Iran and why that's different or significant?
Yes, it is different, and it is significant because it is daylight strikes. And this is the first time since that MOU went into effect a number of weeks ago. And almost every night now, I think I'm counting 4 or 5 nights in a row, that the United States has not only launched airstrikes against Iranian targets. According to CENTCOM's statement, these two, the daytime strikes, were along the Strait of Hormuz to discourage Iran from attacking. This is the first wave of daytime strikes. And as we inch ever closer to a return to full-blown hostilities, this is another step on the escalation ladder. So I have to say, this is midday in Iran. And yes, they are getting used to the kind of overnight strikes. And Iran has retaliated pretty much every day, trying to go after U.S. facilities. As far as we're aware, I spoke to U.S. officials today, there hasn't been any significant damage to any of those facilities, but Iran is on the attack too. But what we've seen today is a step forward, and it's a message. You know, we got the message from U.S. Central Command, which is the military organization in charge of that Middle East region. It's a message to Iran. This is going to take place day and night, and it is an escalation, a step forward. And I think in addition to the blockade that is now in place that was announced just yesterday, and I guarantee we're probably going to hear 1 or 2 interceptions there, we may see another step forward in the wave of attacks. Errol?
All right, we'll certainly keep watching this closely. Charlie D'Agata live with us from England. Charlie, thank you.